Hello, welcome back to the analysis/cast/ whatever the fuck I feel like doing videos, and this is Goldenaura. Our favorite map because of this little bunker here, and we're gonna have a little crab beetle here. But that's not very important. We don't care about nature. What we care about is what we're going up against. So we've got Protoss here on my side, and here we have the wall builders. Jack as his favorite race that he absolutely refuses to change, Terran. Starting to build some pylons here. I'll raise flag act. Wall is going to be finished. I can't English today. And he's going to move back to mining. Not building a barracks, even though he can't afford it. And he seems to be building a barracks here. Good! He's actually building it away from the edge. Unfortunately, this time it's just not against Zerg. So actually, fortunately, this isn't against Zerg, so this can't be, harassed. This is also I'd say this is a pretty good position to deal with. Harassment? No. This is not a good position at all. We're going to see two gateways coming up here. Free, actually. Moving down here. Trying to build, a pylon? Maybe a forge. I'm gonna do this here. Yeah, barracks are almost done. We can see forge coming up. Simulator coming up too. Cybernetics core on the way. Probably gonna train some units here. Some zealots. This wall is not done. You need to place the bunker now. Let's decide to instead decides to settle for 2 engineering bays, which isn't half bad. Starting to build some cybernetics cores is soon to be done. I'm trying to get these zealots out as quickly as I can. These SCVs are going to be building this bunker. 2 marines ready for this. Getting 4 marines here already. That's what I like to see. What I don't like to see is these refineries still on 1 worker, but I bet you can't even hear me over this music. Pylon built. 3 zealots out here training a sentry. Not much going on here. This is going to get flipped up. Imagine if that SCV went there. 2 out of 3 on this refinery here. No tech or add-ons. We're getting a Nexus here. I'd say they didn't have much of a choice here. Like, what was I gonna do with this? I kind of need minerals for a play like this. Gonna get an orbital command. Probe down here, gonna get prepared for this Nexus and mine some minerals. Building reactor, researching concussive shells. This is actually pretty good against Protoss because you're gonna need to slow them down, and he scans the first base. But you're gonna need to slow these zealots down because they're going to fucking destroy some of your infantry if you don't take care of them that well. Shield battery gonna get started. Nexus is almost done. Probably gonna work in a simulator. This spray is gonna get cut off here, unfortunately. Marauders and Marines getting positioned here. Building a photon cannon here. Pylon. Another cannon here. Getting zealots down here. Researching warp gates and ground weapons level 1 is soon done. He's getting armor level 1, so this is basically a counter. Getting shields level 1. Moving out a small fraction of his army to do some damage. Unfortunately, this is way too strong, and it's going to decimate this army. Supply capped, going to build a factory instead of fixing that problem. Gonna research Neo Steel 2. Going to check out this space, and is gonna get decimated because it's going to target this photon cannon instead, which is unfortunate. Did take a great deal of damage in that though, and I am going to start to get some warp gates going down, trying to build something here. I'm not sure what though. Factory done. Researching stems. High sec, not bad, but not much is going to be done here. Getting a robotics facility. Getting a Twilight Council 2. Getting a Templar Archives 2. Still supply capped. Finally starts building down some supply depots. Getting a tech lab for the factory. Probably gonna see an armory coming soon. Neo Steel just finished getting Infernal Pre-Igniter. 2 more supply depots on the way. Marines coming out to fill this bunker, probably. Getting stims, yeah, we know about this. Getting Immortals on this side. Getting another we're getting a robotics bay here for some other stuff that I don't quite remember. You get another gateway, Stargate for aerial units. Gonna start seeing some more overwork here. Gonna warp in a High Templar. But at this point it's kind of useless because it doesn't have Psionic Storm, and I don't think I researched that in a long time because I forget to. This stem is going to be done researching combat shields. What is this SCV doing? Going to lower to try and get it past. Supply depot is also going to get lower. These could get moved. Actually, they should. Control grouping all of my gateways and whatnot. We're seeing an assimilator get spawned here. Yep, he's going for an armory, a starport too. So yeah, this is pretty standard. We're going to start seeing some 4s. He should definitely consider building a second factory though. Gonna look to expand, finally getting an early expansion on Jack's part. Here we are, this probe, gonna try and look for an expansion. Bunkers filled, armory is soon done. Here comes the Nexus, army moves in to try and defend it from any attacks that could arrive. But yeah, he should definitely build a second factory so that he can get 4 production going on top. This SAV should also move. No production on factory. Going to focus on this command center. No production. Pylon coming in. Getting 2 photon cannons. Tech lab for the starport going in. 2 phoenixes and probes coming up, and here we've got a little bit of a wall here, so big units can't really get past this, right? Only small units, the units would have to go one at a time to get through here. Gonna build another supply depot, gonna wall this off. Good call. Shields level 2 coming up, as well as air weapons level 1. Getting some oh Christ. SCVs getting absolutely maxed out here. No work on the armory, unfortunately. Gonna warp in some High Templar and Zealots. Colossus coming up. Going to look to research some infantry armor +1 or weapons +1. Instead, choosing not to and focusing on production. This probe is gonna not move out. Build a battery. Immortal coming up. Two photon cannons coming up as well. Getting in infantry weapons and armor +2 coming up. Bunker getting started here. Marines guarding this. So far, so good for Jack. Actually ahead in max supply, but kind of behind in terms of actual supply. Army starts to move out. And so does this probe, looking to take this expansion. This probe is going to deny this vision and start attacking this SCV, trying to bait it into this army here. Unfortunately, it knows better and stays still. Puts down a pylon, trying to get a battery down here. If I remember correctly, bunker is filled. That is nice to see. Builds a third barracks. Refinery is going to not do its thing though. Upgrading to planetary fortress, not a bad idea, but you're going to want some scans eventually. And yeah, this is kind of warping in a nexus here. Gonna start battery here, I believe. You can see here I have 16 because I have a handicap. You know, Jones isn't, you know, fucking ASL player level, you know. He's gonna have some way to stand a chance. And I honestly kind of feel bad for him. Only now researching Psionic Storm, but I just kind of feel bad for him, like winning all the time. Like, I want him to try and like learn some stuff. See, like, try and get him to learn as much as he can, but like he's getting like he's getting immeasurably disappointed with each like loss he gets, and it's just like, you know, I just start feeling bad for the guy, you know. Going to build a second factory. Unfortunately, it is going to be a reactor instead of a tech lab, so no extreme for production going on. Going to warp in some photon cannons, battery, pylon here, assimilator. Gonna start this base here. This SCV is still here, oblivious to the fact that I literally have a base right here. It doesn't know anything. Can probably hear the building going on, but not that big of a deal at the current moment. This Immortal is kind of stuck, and yeah, I'm probably going to notice soon. Good production going on here, except for gas, naturally. Here we go, some probe on SCV action. This probe is going to take some damage. He's going to come back and try and get rid of this SCV, but it is going to take some damage, losing all its shields. It is retreating, going back to the battery. The SCV goes back to try and claim vision of this. Probe comes back for more, and this fucking destroys this SCV, and it is down for the count as the SCV kind of just gives up. Zealots and High Templar coming up at this base here. He's probably looking to move out soon, considering he's got some army here. This SCV is going to start work on minerals. Scanning here. I do expand here, I believe, but not now. Warping in some probes, boosting so that I can get the most out of this base, considering it's probably not going to, you know, be here for long. Getting gas out of it. Supply capped. I am going to start looking to do some damage here to his base. At least something, right? Yeah, I'm pretty close to the limit. I'm thinking, why the fuck not? He is going to start moving his army out. And he is going to catch this base, I believe. No, he's going to move out to here. Colossus going here. Nope, he is going to move down here. And he is probably going to see... No! He's not going to see this. Instead, meets up with the Colossus. One Colossus goes down and the other goes down too. Some Phoenixes try and go up here, but they're not really doing much. Colossi going in and killing all of these Marines. Void Ray goes down to a bunch of Marines. Psionic Storm kills them all. Marauder here gets destroyed by the photon cannons. Shield battery is still intact. Going to move back into my base, getting High Templars and Zealots. Moving them back in here, probably to get my shields back up. And we're good. Building pylons here. Looking for more supply. Jack still has a considerably good army. Not producing anything for his factory. He's getting infantry level 3 though, and cloaking. Working on Colossus and Void Ray, getting some probes onto this base here. Build something else that I don't quite... I think it was this photon cannon. Training some forces. Pretty standard. Getting some Marines here on this third barracks, which is going to be a reactor as well. Medivacs kind of just doing their thing. You could build a second starport, get a reactor going so you could get even more Medivacs. Opts for Yamato cannon and Medivacs. Energy regeneration. Looking to attack since I have full supply now. I am just going to move on by. He is going to see this gigantic army just strolling by. Armed and ready, yes indeed. Going to try and look for his if he has an expansion, which he of course does not have. Even look for this one. Move him back here. And he is going to start to try and get some units down, and the Phoenix... Oh, and we stop here and we let this army go into this base, and we're just kind of gonna... he's going to see this base. He's probably going to turn around. Continues to move forward into this base. This base is also getting destroyed. A bunch of Hellions coming in. This is also gonna take some damage. Some forces are coming back here to try and deal with this. And this army kind of just gets obliterated in the meantime. Mass recoil coming in to save the day. Warps all the units back here. This Nexus is going to die. Phoenixes are also going to die, but that's not very important. He could try and micro here, try and get some damage on. Psionic Storm coming in to destroy all of these units. Immortal coming in. Something happened. I don't exactly know what happened, but I am probably not in a good shape. They are going to come in here and start taking out this base here. trying to put some High Templar here, but they aren't going to be able to do anything considering they don't have energy and they are going to die. And so this is Nexus. At this point, it's not even. He's going to try and send down a nuclear launch here. Ghost dies. It seems like the Ghost always just dies on Jack's side. There's just nothing you can do. It's just always going to die. But yeah, this base is going to go down, and he's probably going to turn around and go back to his own base after this. He's probably going to either push in or move back in. Yeah, he's going to move back into his base, trying to repair. I have a bunch of minerals here that I could use, and I am definitely using them on some warp gates to try and get my army up. Colossi coming in. 3 gateways coming in at a time. Going to rebuild this Nexus. Rebuilding the defense here. 3 cannons here. Shield battery. These gateways are soon done. Building some more gateways as some kind of wall here. This Immortal is kind of stuck here. I'm probably going to notice now. Getting some gateways down here too. Moving this probe out. He is taking his 3rd base now. Hellions down here. It's doing pretty good, I'd say. Getting some stuff done. He is producing ghosts, ravens, Hellions, 4s. He's doing pretty well for himself, and if things go drastically dire, he could change the Hellions to battle mode, which he's preferably going to do. You kind of want to, anyway, considering that they're pretty much just better with pre-igniter, which he should have. Building Immortals and Void Ray is going to probably notice this Immortal just stuck here. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna see it now. Focusing on warping in as much units as I can. This Immortal's just still sitting here. Warping in some Zealots, Sentries. Colossi is still here. For base, going pretty well. This SCV is doing nothing. Could build this refinery here. Immortals are gonna come in and get stuck. So that's not good, because you know how I was talking about earlier that big units can't get past this. You have to go one at a time. Turns out this unit is too big to cross this, and as a result, I can't move him out. And this army is gonna move here. Good call. Ready to raise some hell. Kind of focusing on my macro here. Robotics and Stargate coming up. No, going to probably get some probes working here. Yes, I am. Let's check on Jack's perspective. He's checking out the floor. Getting 4s. Yeah, pretty standard. These, yeah, I'm finally going to notice that these cannot move through. And I'm gonna try and move them through, and I'm just gonna destroy this photon cannon. The shield battery is gonna try and restore it, but it ultimately can't. What a fucking misplay from this shield battery. Not being able to recover its photon cannon in time, and gonna have to give up that photon cannon. But on the serious side, we have some Zealots moving in here to this base that was previously here, splitting his army into 2. My full army is going here. We've got like 4 colossi and a few mortals. Templars are good energy. Gonna move in here. Solid's gonna charge. Gonna place down some psionic storms and kill off basically everything. Going to destroy this army. Psionic storm on that 4, going to take it out. These ravens are gonna try and do something, but they end up doing nothing thanks to this Archon here. Where is it? Is right here. Going to destroy this base, ignoring this expansion because I don't see it. I don't think. Yeah, I didn't know it was there. Gonna try and kill off this medivac. Refinery going down. SCV's going out here. Also gonna die. Just one lone SCV dying here. Armory going down. Vehicle weapons is done, but that's not gonna do much. SCV comes down, dies. Factory down. Going to put down some Marines and do nothing with them. SCV's coming down from here. I am going to go towards this expansion. He is trying to move out. He's loaded up with, what is that, 10 SCVs. And I'm gonna try and deny it here. Gonna try and get some stalkers here, I think, because there's no way I'm gonna be able to deal with them without it. Ground weapons level 2 coming up. This Archon doing as much as it can to harass it. Decides to settle down here instead. Marines coming down here. This damaged medivac also here. Moving out. Celts charging in. Dealing with these Marines. Colossi on this edge here. Appropriately edging these Marines, and this base is going to fall, and Jack leaves, and here comes the stalkers late to the party. And there you have it. Those are the games that were recently played. Jack's probably gonna see all these and try and learn what he can. I apologize for not leaving in some, like, trying to put in some information, but I am enjoying casting this way too much. And, yeah. Yeah. Okay, come on. Yeah, that's that. I'm gonna see you guys next time when we play another game, and he will inevitably not be very happy, as per usual. And, yeah, that'll be that.